The perfect place to have a cup of coffee. A cup of coffee in one hand and a fluffy cat in the other. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it was indeed just a dream in a Japanese manga in the 1980s. It showed a place where people could sip their drinks while they were surrounded by friendly cats. Before long, however, the dream became a reality. It might be surprising, but this didn't happen in Japan. It was in Taipei that the first cat cafe, Cat Flower Garden, opened its doors in 1998. It became an instant hit among visitors. It was particularly appealing to Japanese visitors. Due to strict housing rules, Japanese people faced difficulty keeping pets. They thus fell in love with the idea of cat cafes. In 2004, Osaka became home to Japan's first cat cafe, Neko no Jikan, Cat's Time. Soon, more began popping up throughout the country. The idea then gradually traveled west and reached Europe in 2012 and North America in 2014. Before we knew it, cat cafes were taking over the world.
Today's warm-up quiz is, the idea of spending a rainy afternoon reading books in a quiet cafe sounds very blank to me. A. Reliable. B. Previous. C. Shallow. D. Appealing.
You have 15 seconds to think about it. Time's up.
Welcome everyone to English for You. I'm Adam.
And I'm Elsie.
And Elsie, I just found a place that's totally perfect for you.
Perfect. Let me guess. Cats are involved?
Maybe, and also maybe a little bit of coffee is involved too.
Oh, now you've got my attention. Spill.
No, not yet, everyone. You'll have to read on and see why every cat lover is going crazy over this place.
猫奴们集合啦！我已经闻到咖啡和毛孩的味道了。
Our article starts off by saying a cup of coffee in one hand and a fluffy cat in the other. Sounds like a dream, right?
Fluffy 这个形容词就是毛茸茸的，所以可以形容猫咪 fluffy cats。所以手里一杯咖啡，怀里抱着一只毛茸茸的猫，听起来很梦幻吧？ So fluffy animals, especially cats, are so cute.
Exactly. Well, this cafe might surprise you. It says, well, it was indeed just a dream in a Japanese manga in the 1980s.
Manga 指的是日本的漫画，跟西方的漫画就不一样咯。如果你喜欢的是 DC 或是 Marvel 这类的漫画，不叫 manga， 叫做 comics or comic books.
Yeah, so growing up, did you read a lot of manga?
Not really. What about you?
I read comic books. Like, I love DC comic books. But growing up, also, I realized manga was getting a lot more popular in the United States. And now, manga is everywhere.
真的是 everywhere. 所以呢，这边讲到的这个1980年代的日本漫画中的一个幻想，好像是手里抱着毛茸茸的猫，然后喝咖啡。这其实是一个 fantasy， 是一个幻想而已。
Exactly. Well, let's get back to our cafe. And it says, it showed a place where people could sip their drinks while they were surrounded by friendly cats.
That sounds like paradise. Who wouldn't want to drink coffee and be surrounded by adorable cats?
Yeah, I love to drink coffee and hang out with cats. I just like hanging out with cats in general. Here, everyone, we see the word sip as a verb, which is to drink a little at a time. An example using the word sip, we could say, my sister sipped the hot tea carefully so she wouldn't burn her tongue.
Sip 这边当动词使用指的是啜饮，好，就是喝小口小口的样子。那 sip 后面直接加上饮料就可以了，像是 coffee、tea 或是水 water 或是酒 wine 都可以。那 sip 同时也可以当作名词使用，如果你要说喝一小口的话 take a sip。And
also in that sentence, we saw the verb surround, which means to be all around something or somebody. So the cats were all around everybody when they were drinking coffee. An example using this word surround, we could say, tall trees and bushes surround the house. Or in Taiwan, what surrounds us? In Taiwan, mountains, we are surrounded by mountains. Or even in the city,We are surrounded by 7-Elevens everywhere.
没错 7-Eleven 到处都是。所以 surround 这个动词呢，就是环绕或是围绕。Be surrounded by something or somebody， 那就是被点点点环绕或围绕。那形容词周围的是 surrounding， 也就是后面加 ing 现在分词拿来当形容词用。Surrounding area， 那就是周围的地区。
All right, getting back to our article, it says, before long, however, the dream became a reality. And there we see the phrase before long, which means very soon or in a short amount of time. Easy way to say this, we could say, keep practicing. And before long, you'll be really good at playing the piano.Before
long 那就是不久之后，很快的。那很快的怎么样 ？It became a reality.
That's right. We see the word reality. It became real, which means it's a noun, reality. It is what is real, not imagined or fake. So an example using this word, everyone, we can say, his dream of traveling around the world became a reality when he won a free trip last summer.Reality
这个名词呢是现实或是真实 become a reality 那就是梦想成真成为现实所以再也不是 fantasy
Right.
再也不是从你的 imagination 也就是你的幻想当中想出来的东西
Yeah, some people say live in this reality, don't live in a fantasy world.
活在现实当下
All right, getting back to our article, it says it might be surprising, but this didn't happen in Japan.Okay,
so not in Japan. That is surprising. I totally thought Japan started everything cat related.
That's exactly what I thought. You always think, oh, cats or something cute. It always starts in Japan. Well, we're going to find out, everyone. It says it was in Taipei that the first cat cafe, Cat Flower Garden, opened its doors in 1998. And there we see that phrase, open one's doors.It's to open for business or to begin operating. So an example sentence using this phrase, we could say, everyone, the new bookstore will open its doors next week.
Open one's doors, 那就是开始营运。那在这句话当中也包含我们今天的文法重点。Let's take a look. 在今天的 Language in Focus 当中呢，我们要讲到的是分列强调句。当我们想要强调句子当中的某一个部分，比如说主词啦、受词、时间或是地点的时候，可以使用这个句型。那句型公式是什么呢？首先主词我们用 it， 再来带出 be 动词，再加上要强调的部分，再接上 that 以及完整句子的其余部分。那如果是强调主词 subject，给同学们一个原句，然后把它变成强调之后的分列句。好，原句是 Mom made the cake。那我要强调是妈妈做的，那就说 It was Mom that made the cake。那第二个，如果要强调的是受词 object， 原句是 I lost my keys。那如果你要强调丢掉的东西是钥匙，那你就要说 It was my keys that I lost。那再来第三个是要强调时间。原句是 We went to the zoo last Saturday， 强调时间之后会变成 It was last Saturday that we went to the zoo。我们是上周六去动物园的。那如果要强调的是地点的话，原句是 I met Jenny at the library， 强调之后会变成 It was at the library that I met Jenny， 我是在图书馆遇见 Jenny 的。那课文里面强调的是地点，他说第一间猫咪咖啡厅是在台北设立的。
It became an instant hit among visitors. It was particularly appealing to Japanese visitors. And there we see the adverb, everyone, particularly, which means very or very much. It is used for emphasizing that something refers especially to one specific person, thing, or situation. So an example, you could say, I am particularly excited about the school trip, or she loves all animals, particularly cats. We also see in that sentence the adjective appealing, which is something that people like or find interesting. An example would be, the fresh smell of cookies baking in the oven was so appealing that everyone ran to the kitchen.
好，那么整理一下哦。首先看到这个副词 particularly， 它是非常或是特别或是尤其，带出你想要强调的这个项目。那我们也可以说 especially， 好就可以了。那接下来还有一个字是 appealing， 它是形容词，代表有吸引力的啦，或是令人感兴趣的，可以用来形容人，指某人有吸引力、讨喜，或是因为外表啦、个性、谈吐或气质等等吸引某人。For example, she has an appealing smile， 她的笑容很有吸引力。那另外呢 appealing 也可以形容事物啦、想法或是地方，指某个事物让人家感兴趣、想尝试或是想靠近。像是呢 that idea sounds appealing， 那个想法听起来很有吸引力。所以各位同学有答对今天的 warm up quiz 吗？今天的题目是 The idea of spending a rainy afternoon reading books in a quiet cafe sounds very blank to me. A 选项是 reliable 可信赖的、可靠的，不适合放在这边。B 选项 previous 先前的也不适合。C shallow 浅的好也不可以。那 D 就是 appealing 有吸引力的、令人感兴趣的，就是我们的 correct answer。所以呢，这句话在说的是雨天的午后，在安静的咖啡厅里面看书，这个想法对我来说听起来非常有吸引力。那回到 article 课文里面来，猫咖立刻成为游客之间的热门景点，并特别吸引日本的游客。
Okay, so why did these Japanese people love the cat cafe so much? Maybe they're just cat lovers, or maybe there's another thing going on. Well, our article says, everyone, due to strict housing rules, Japanese people face difficulty keeping pets.
由于居住规定是很严格的，日本人饲养宠物是很困难的。That makes sense now. No wonder cat cafes were so appealing to them. They could enjoy spending time with cats without actually owning one.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about a cat cafe. You can go in there, you can pet them, you can feed them little treats, and you don't have to then come home or actually clean their poop.
We clean our cat's poop all the time.
You clean it or who cleans it?
You do.
All right, well, jumping back to our article, everyone, it says, they thus fell in love with the idea of cat cafes. In 2004, Osaka became home to Japan's first cat cafe, Neko no Jikan, or Cat's Time.
2004年的时候呢，大阪就成为日本第一家猫咪咖啡厅，猫之时间的所在地。
So we went to Osaka before, but we should have stopped at that cafe.
Next time we will.
All right, well, getting back to our article, everyone, it says, soon more began popping up throughout the country. The phrase pop up is to appear suddenly or quickly. So an example sentence using the phrase pop up, we can say, when Daniel opened his computer, many windows popped up all at once. We also saw in that sentence, throughout. It's a preposition, which means in or into every part of something. So an example sentence using the word throughout, we can say, the flowers are blooming throughout the garden.
好，我们看到的片语 pop up， 那就是冒出来或是迅速的出现。那还有一个介系词是 throughout， 代表遍及或是四处。所以 throughout the world 遍及全世界 ，throughout the year 那就是整年都是如此。
But it seems like a lot of these animal cafes, not just cats, but other animal cafes are kind of popping out popping up everywhere throughout the world. And that's where our article tells us, everyone. It says, the idea then gradually traveled west and reached Europe in 2012 and North America in 2014.
这个点子之后呢，就逐渐传到西方，所以在2012年的时候传到欧洲，2014年抵达了北美。
Yeah, so they're popping up everywhere. And continuing, it says, before we knew it, cat cafes were taking over the world. And there, everyone, we see the phrase, before somebody knows it, which means very quickly or soon. An example sentence using this phrase, we could say, before I knew it, the weekend was over. And there we also saw take over something, which means to take control of something. An example sentence would be, Uber Eats wanted to take over Food Panda last year.
好，整理一下 ，before somebody knows it， 那就是在某人知道之前，也就是很快的意思。那 take over something 是接管或是占据，所以一转眼间，猫咪咖啡厅就风靡全球了。And tomorrow we'll learn more about cat cafes.
I am excited. I love cats. And that actually brings us to our For You chat question, everyone. It says, what do you think makes animal cafes so popular?
I think animal cafes are so popular because they let people relax and spend time with cute animals.
They are so cute, yeah.
Nowadays, people are so stressed out. So cat cafes or animal cafes are great places for people to, enjoy their free time and relax and just chill.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, plus, cat cafes or just animal cafes in general create such a cozy and friendly atmosphere. It's hard not to smile when there's a cat napping next to your coffee cup or a really cute dog wagging its tail next to your feet. You just feel more at home or more comfortable and maybe the worries of your day go away.
没错，那如果今天的主题让你觉得意犹未尽的话，你还可以加入空中家教，和老师同学们一起讨论哦。
Well, my name is Adam for English for You. We're going to follow up tomorrow with more Cat Cafe information.
And I'm Elsie. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Sip. Oliver likes to sip his coffee slowly while he watches the news in the morning. Surround. Nobody could see the house because it was surrounded by tall trees. Reality. Renee sometimes finds that reality isn't quite as exciting as she imagines it to be. Particularly. This year's weather was particularly bad, so we couldn't grow many vegetables. I like most fruits, but I particularly like oranges. They're my favorite. Appealing. The colorful drawings in the picture book are appealing to young readers. Throughout. The tea shop has branches throughout Taiwan. You can find them almost everywhere.
智慧小补帖
Fluffy. Manga.